Hello, welcome to Unit 1. I'll walk you through the basics of getting through Unit 1, what you need to learn and what you need to submit. So I'm going to go into Learning Activities, go to Unit 1. Here's the overview of Unit 1 with our objectives and a checklist of what you need to do, so I'll walk you through this. These things are posted down below, so I'm just going to go down below and review them. So the first thing you've probably already done is watched my Welcome to the Course video, which just kind of walks you through how the whole course is set up. Next thing you need to do is download Eclipse or else set up the virtual lab so you can run Eclipse there. I recorded a separate video so you can install Eclipse and the Java JDK on a Windows machine. If you're on a Mac machine, you can follow online instructions, or it should be very similar to these. The links here will have both the Windows and the Mac versions of the JDK and the IDE. Another alternative, of course, is the virtual lab. You can connect up to the Securian virtual lab. There's some directions for that. Now, the first time you do that, it takes a little bit of work. You have to install the VPN and the Citrix client. But after you get that set up, it's pretty straightforward and easier to do the second time. Here's the video for the Stanford AI class that we'll be using a fair amount of stuff from the Stanford AI class as we go through. So I'm just going to click on here and show you. So this is the video.
So welcome to the online
and again, we'll be having you watch through a fair amount of this stuff. This is Sebastian Thun and Peter Norvig, well-known Stanford professors. They both also work at Google. And so you can watch that. I just linked to the first one, but you can probably watch the whole set of videos for Unit 1. Yeah, good introduction. Again, we won't be doing any homework based on these, but these set up the course and the idea of artificial intelligence very well. So I'd just go through this whole Unit 1 playlist. Each one of these videos is really short, a minute or two. So although it looks like a whole setup here, you can just hit play and stream through them pretty well. We will be doing some with finite state machines. In the Stanford video, they talk about intelligent agents, and this is a nice simplified intelligent agent we'll be looking at. And basically, we're going to use it to make sure you have Eclipse installed and can download a project and set that up in Eclipse. We have a simple Java program that has an intelligent agent for a virtual dog. The dog can be sad or hungry, angry, sleepy, happy, and then you can choose different actions and the dog will go from one state to the other. Finite state machines are used a lot in very simple AI things. So a lot of things like non-player characters in games and simple robot issues have finite state machines where depending on what state they are in, they will react differently to your inputs. And so they seem intelligent because it's some simple programmed actions, but depending on if the state of the object, it'll act differently with the same input. So you might have a virtual dog. If it's in a happy state and you say something to it, like you say, you ignore the dog, it might become sad. But if it's already sad and you ignore it, it might become hungry. We'll be using this for our first assignment. So every unit there will be an assignment, like I said, in the course introduction, and then every week we'll cover 2 units and there'll be a participation one. So if I look down here, I see the assignment but no participation, so that'll be in the second unit. I'll just walk you through. I'm going to download this program and save it. I'll pause while this is being saved. Okay, so I'm going to go into the folder, and what I have to do is unzip this folder here. I have to unzip this. I'm going to hit extract all and extract it all. So now I have it extracted. Now I'm going to run Eclipse and import it into Eclipse. So again, this is the whole goal the first time. It's a little bit complicated to take one of these projects download it, and bring it in Eclipse. So that's why I want you to do this first time. So inside Eclipse, I'm going to do import, and I'm going to do an existing project into the workspace. So I'm going to open up the General tab, click on Existing Project into the workspace. I'm then going to browse for it, locate it out there. I put it in my download folder. See, I've got a couple versions of it out here. And this is the one I just downloaded. Click on that and install it. Now normally it would be installed. I can just click on here and hit install and hit finish and it will install it. I already have it installed, so it's blanked out because this already exists in my workspace. So here it is in my workspace. You'll probably just have a single project in your workspace, but I have a whole raft of projects here because I've been working on lots of different stuff. So again, I'm going to open it up, look in the source file and in the default package, and there's two routines here. The virtual dog Java file is just a windowing, a set of Windows stuff, a GUI interface to the dog. And again, you can ignore that. That's not important to this course. The dog.java file is what actually implements the finite state machine. We have a set of states the dog can be in, and we also have an enum for those states, so we can refer to them by on paper or electronically. You can also just, feel free if you want to just draw the diagram on paper, and if you have a smartphone, just take a picture of it and submit the photo. That's fine too. So these are the different options. And again, you can either run the virtual dog. So again, to run the virtual dog, I have to click on my GUI thing, go up here and say run as Java application. The first time I have to do that. Next time it'll be, I won't have to do that. I can just say run. So again, I have to look at if I feed the dog some dog food, what happens to the dog so the dog's sleepy. So I know when the dog's sleepy, and now I feed the dog some dog food, it stays sleepy. Now if I pet the dog, it'll be hungry, and then if I feed the dog, it'll be happy. So again, I can keep track of some things. When the dog is hungry and to feed it, it becomes happy. So you have to go through the different states and fill out this. So when I feed the dog, when the dog is hungry and I feed the dog, it becomes happy. Or else, again, create a diagram here and show that when the dog is hungry and I feed the dog, it'll go to happy. Now you can try to run this and try to figure out all the states. You could also look at the code and see, so under here, no, not under the GUI one. Let's go into the dog thing. Under the dog thing, towards the bottom, right above the main case statement, are the actions for if you ignore the dog, or if you feed the dog a treat, or if you feed the dog food, and what happens. So again, you can just look through these states and see, given what state is it then transition to. Hopefully this shouldn't be too hard. You can just read your whole answer right from here. But again, the main goal of this assignment is to get you able to download and view a whole project in Java in Eclipse. Okay, so you did assignment 1. Now there's two, each week you have to post 2 things to the discussion area. There'll be links to them here. There's always going to be links to them up here, of course, too. Under assignments will be links to all the assignments, and discussions will be linked to all the discussions. So every week you've got to post a status report. You should do this at the end. Just give a quick overview of what you learned that week and what you did for that week. And the other thing you need to do is to post a participation question. And again, this can be for Unit 1 or 2. So you can either ask a question or answer some other student's question, post a hint or a suggestion, or post some bonus material. So, for example, maybe you're on a Mac and you're downloading Eclipse. Maybe you want to post a suggestion for some instructions you found online for doing that. Maybe you had some questions on how to get this installed or do something like that. Post a question for that. And again, every week you have to, every week, you have to do a status report for that. whole unit. So after you've finished Unit 1 and 2, do a status report for the week. Okay, that's Unit 1. Hopefully if you have questions, you'll let me know. Hope the unit goes well.